We begin this half hour looking at what's affecting everyone right now. We're talking about the cold weather.
That's right. We are feeling the Arctic blast already, and it's about to get even colder. Here's our chief meteorologist, Dr. Jim Siebert.
Well, right now, looking at our Foxtrot Storm Seeker radar, we've got a mix of rain, and then we have a mix of sleet. And rain and sleet are okay. The sleet is just falling ice pellets. The real concern, though, is where it starts to turn that purple color there. That is freezing rain. So we got freezing rain from Columbus, Brenham, mixing in towards College Station and Huntsville. Now, the problem is we expect colder temperatures tonight. So there's a hard freeze warning for counties north and west of Houston, winter weather advisory all the way until noon tomorrow. It's going to get colder tonight. We expect the wind chills to also be down in the teens while we have a wind chill advisory. And then the problem, of course, is the roads, the bridges, anything that's elevated off the ground. That's where we can see those freezing conditions first. And as the temperatures get colder tonight, that will become more likely. So we have a lot to talk about coming up in the Foxtrot forecast.
All right, joining us now to talk about how Houston is preparing for the Arctic blast is our own mayor, Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Mayor Turner, thank you so much for joining us this evening. So I do understand that a lot of safety precautions are being taken with school districts closing, and I understand that you're hearing some updated information as well.
Yes, the Houston Independent School District will be closed tomorrow. That word is being circulated and provided right now. And then there are other school districts, I'm sure, and certainly maybe to the north and to the west that are closing as well. But as relates to Houston Independent School District, they will be closed tomorrow. Well, and look, let me just say, I just heard the weather report that was just put forth a few minutes ago, and we are concerned about any elevated roads, bridges, and therefore the Houston Public Works Department is already starting to treat some of those roads and bridges that are elevated. There are about 42 of them that we are focusing on the north and west side of Houston. So we're doing that as an added level of precaution. And so they've started, they will be continuing that process through the night into the early wee hours of tomorrow morning.
That's good to know. And that was going to be really my question, Mayor. We know that the state has said it is better prepared. The power grid should hold up, they say. But when it comes to the city of Houston, any other ways that the city is preparing for possibly a potentially bad situation?
Well, the focus is on the 4 Ps, people, pets, plants, and pipes. Okay, those are the things. So, for example, for people, who are out on our streets, we have working with the Association of Christian Churches. They are sending buses as they've done in the past in the surrounding area, but people who are on our streets who are homeless, that they will take in, provide food and clothing for them. We're also using the Houston Recovery Center, for example. There are about 25 beds there in case people would like to come in and need to come in. We're doing that. The Houston Fire Department and Police Department, of course, will be out and about to assist. Let me just going back from Winter Storm Uri. Let me caution people, for example, from using their stoves, or their cars and trucks to warm themselves or keep themselves warm, especially if they're in the garage. You don't want to fall victim to carbon monoxide. Okay, so let me warn people about doing that, using the stoves and warming themselves in cars and trucks and in areas. And then the space heaters. But people who are using space heaters, make sure that they're away from any sort of flammable objects to minimize any possible, occurrence of fires. So those type of things will go a long, long way. Check on your neighbors and friends. But again, people, pipes, plants, pets, those are things that we need to attend to.
Good advice there. Mayor Turner, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're very busy, but we'll be keeping everyone posted on any developments when it comes to
can I say one more thing? Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
And that into the wee hour, like tonight, and going to the wee hours of tomorrow morning, I'm encouraging people to stay off the roads. Okay, that will go a long way because we don't know what Mother Nature is going to do. There could be precipitation out there. The temperature will fall below freezing. So until the wee hours tonight, into the wee hours of tomorrow morning, if you don't have to be on the road, let me encourage people not to be on the roads.
All right, Mayor Sylvester Turner, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.